Greetings, G-Man faithful. This is your Commander-in-Chief, G-Man, reporting to you on G-Man Live weekly. And today we will be discussing the plan to take back the NFC EAST from the heathens and taking it back for good this time. Can it be done? Let's break it down. So, now, for all my Philly fans that like to watch my site, and I do appreciate you all, peace, thank you very much. If you guys like watching Philadelphia and you guys like watching E-Rock, they're good. I ask you to come check out my site because I break it down and give you insight, give you a little entertainment, also give you guys, a little bit of predictions and things that might come up in the future. So, having said that, let's jump in with both feet because Tony Romo cannot. So, who will be there, who will not? And this is the plan to take over the NFC East and hold it. And here's how it goes. Now, we are getting healthy. This bye week came at a good time. So, a lot of people out there, like E-Rock, is kind of, he has his video out there and he's saying, I just can't seem to get excited about this game. I can't. I can. And here's why. Number one, you got 4 inside linebackers that were the cream of the crop about three months ago. Everybody was all excited about. We got D'Amico Ryans, we got Alonzo, we got Jordan Hicks, and we got Michael Kendricks. Now, on the ends, we got a little bit of a problem out there because we got Connor Barwin not having the season he had last year, but that's to be expected. Vinny Curry cannot be your outside linebacker. So, my thought is this. When Kiko was in Oregon, he used to play a little bit of outside linebacker. Now, Kiko is more of an inside linebacker, yes. But we got so many that we got to try one of these guys. The saddest thing about this is, not to jump ship, but I'll get back to it. Travis Long got injured in the preseason. That was a killer because that dude couldn't ball. Travis Long, outside linebacker, Washington State. The dude was like, he was a sleeper. He was going to be the Connor Barwin of the other side. Unfortunately, that shit fucking didn't happen. Tore his ACL for the second year in a row. Let's hope he comes back next year. But we're going to have to draft an outside linebacker anyway. So, let's get back to this year. Now, with those guys, who is the best guy to play right outside linebacker? And the call from here is, number one, not Michael Kendricks. He is purely an inside guy. D'Amico, absolutely an inside guy. He might not even play because he's still got a hammy. So that takes him out the equation. Jordan Hicks, generally inside. He's not, size-wise, I just don't think he does it. And you got guys like the mighty E-Rock saying, Jordan Hicks, real good. Looks like he could be young Trot. No. Jordan Hicks is not young Trot at all. All right? Jordan Hicks is Jordan Hicks at like 6'1", 6'2", about 230, 240. Trot was like 6'4", 265. See the difference? They're not the same player. Jordan Hicks is good and is going to be real good. I've been pumping him all season. But they're good for different reasons. So that leaves us with Alonzo. I think you stick Alonzo out there and let him rush. Now, he can play the run real well, but he also can get to the quarterback because he has some speed. Now, if that knee is better, that's the guy you put outside because you got to get a pass rush from that outside. That's where we lack. In fact, that's one of the only things we lack on this defense because the front three are good, and dare I say, holy fucking shit. Our secondary is pretty damn good. I mean, look, all you people out there that thought Walter Thurman was going to be a bust, raise your hands. Should be all of you. All you people out there that thought, okay, Nolan Carroll, bust. These guys actually can play. They have a decent secondary. So, now, that's our D. Our offense is a goddamn fucking train wreck. And it starts where it always starts, Bradford. So, if Bradford do what Bradford has the potential to do, which is play a little more like he played when we played the Panthers 2 weeks ago, that's actually a good thing. And that's what we want. We want that Sam. We want good Sam to show up. And if good Sam shows up, good things are going to happen. Now, the other part of the game is this. The other guys are getting healthy along the line. I mean, Jason Peters has a little bit of a back issue. Hopefully that does not hamper him, because apparently Lane Johnson was playing left tackle during practice this week. We're at our best when it's Peters and Johnson. That's when our line is actually pretty good. And you're going to have a good line this week, because the Cowboys can bring it. I'll get to them in a minute, but they can. Look, I know Greg Hardy's like a fucking disgusting human being, but just take it out of the personal, put it in the football. He can ball. That's what's important, all right? So can some of the other guys on that D. So don't underestimate that Cowboys D. Now, on offense, I got to have a receiver step up. Somebody got to step up. We're going to have to draft receivers or Alshon Jeffrey in the free agency. But for now, stop dropping the fucking ball. So the plan to take over the NFC East starts with catching the ball. Catch the fucking ball. Catch the ball. Catch the ball. They should have sat around and just played hot potato all damn week and caught the ball. Anyone that dropped it had to stay in practice for like an extra 3 hours. If you do that and don't drop balls at the rate we're doing, which apparently we are the worst team in the NFL to drop balls, that will allow us to have that offense that you guys are used to seeing the last couple years. That offense that looks fast and seems to move and bring the ball down the field. Kind of like it looked in Atlanta in the second half. So, if we can do that, I think we're going to run the ball just fine. I think that if you have Jason Peters and Lane Johnson, you're going to run the ball just fine. And you're going to run the ball with Ryan Matthews better than you're going to run it with DeMarco. I say you got to have this win this week. If you lose, you're 3-5, the season's over. So like I said, it is the plan to take it over. And how do we do that? Ryan Matthews. I think you got to run the guy. He had a 65-yard run the other day against the Panthers. You didn't run him at all after that. I mean, come on. The guys are not made of fucking, like little pieces of like string. You can run them, more than just 2 times a game. So that's the offensive side of the ball for the Eagles. Run the football. That will open up everything in the middle for guys like Zach Ertz. And for guys like Brent Selleck. I mean, that's the guy who can catch touchdowns. They're the guys you're going to have to rely on. I wish they would have kept James Casey. I know he was barely used, but down by the goal line, that was the guy who used to be able to get touchdowns for you. And he could play fullback in this offense. God, what a fullback fucking help, since our line is crickety. Now, on the Cowboys offense, hey, they just cut their running backs. They're going full fucking on with Darren McFadden. Because they think they got a line, and they think they got a guy that can just bull rush through that line. And the thing is, they can. So, the Eagles are really good at stopping the run. So, it's going to be a test of who's going to be able to get it done better, us or them. This is where Fletcher and Benny and Cedric and hopefully Brandon Bear comes back because he's been out all season. He comes back with Bo Allen. Those guys have to stop the run. Linebackers too. This is where a healthy, Kendricks and Jordan Hicks will help. So, the Cowboys are going to run the football with McFadden a lot because what the hell else are they going to do? Fucking have Matt Castle throw the ball 50 times? That's 10 interceptions. The dude is not that good. He's good when Belichick is his coach. Other than that, wildly mediocre. Or, as the mighty E-Rock says, we're average. We're kind of average. We're like 4-4. That would be average. We have a bad offense and a good defense that makes us average. Well, that Castle is below average. So, you can get, a lot of picks on that dude. So that's the other side of the coin. Now, Cowboys are generally going to just put Matt Castle in positions where he cannot fuck up. So they're going to just have him throwing where he feels most comfortable. If they start establishing a running game, they're going to take shots down the field to Terrence Williams. Probably, Jason Witten's still around. So, yep, they're going to be normal suspects. Got to stop McFadden. Once you stop McFadden and you do it early, the Cowboys will be forced to play chuck it and duck it. And that's when the Eagles pick him off. So, now, on the other side of the ball, Cowboys defense, don't sleep on this, guys. They're actually pretty good. I watched them against Seattle. They look pretty good. They got some guys that can ball. I mean, the first round pick they had last year, the kid from UConn, he's a player. He can tackle. He can mix it up a little bit and get physical. Byron Jones, he's not bad. Greg Hardy, look, say whatever you want to say about him, but the guy can play, all right? I know he flew the fucking banner 3 months ago. I know all that shit. The dude can play. You got to account for him on the field. All right, he's an aggressive guy, and it better be Jason Peters out there trying to block him. Because if it's Matt fucking Tobin or anybody else, then you better put a tight end over there to chip him, because Sam Bradford's going to have like less than 1 second to get the ball up before he gets crushed by Hardy. So, remember, this is the first time Hardy is playing against the Eagles, and he's got that little edge for us. So, we got to knock that block off. So, the way I see it, Vegas has this interestingly. We are going to play the Cowboys in Dallas. Dallas automatically gets 3 points. Interestingly, Vegas has the Cowboys as a home dog. Negative 2.5 in favor of your Philadelphia Eagles. So, what does that tell you? And by the way, there's a reason those buildings are really fucking big out there in Vegas, because Vegas usually wins. So, let's see. I would say probably in this situation, in Dallas, where the Eagles play really well, Vegas got them as a 2.5 point favorite. I would say right now, all things hold, Eagles play that stout run D. Your Eagles will jump to 4-4, and the plan to take over the NFC East begins, and it will continue, because after this, we move on to take on like the vaunted Dolphins at home and the vaunted Bucks at home, and then we play on Thanksgiving against the vaunted Detroit Lions in a dome. Favors us. That's good. Nice fast track. You can see some wins here if you can get some play. Now, for all my followers that subscribe to me and make comments, you saw what I said about Sanchez. I'm still sticking with that. I think Sanchez gives you the best chance to execute the plan to take over the NFC East. So, let's see how it works. Let's see how it goes. If they think Bradford is the man, let's see. But this is the game he cannot lose. Because if you're 3-5, you're done. Then go watch the mighty E-Rock say, I can't get excited about this because, we're average. We're like that girl that just keeps bothering us and calls us. And we're average. We just don't really care. Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, that would be right. If we lose, yep, 3-5, ain't really much coming back from that. Because your margin for error now is like 1 game, maybe 2. Because someone's going to win this division at 9-7. And if you're 3-5, I can see 2 losses easily. Patriots, Cardinals. Now you got 7 losses. You happen to stumble against someone else, you're out. So, that's how I see it from G-Man land and in the larger world of YouTube land. So, I think that we will get the running game going. I think we will stop their run. I think this will be a complete different game than what you saw back on week number 2. Even if Dez Bryant does play, I'm not so sure how healthy he is just yet. So, maybe you play a little cover 2, what Seattle did, and you limit what Dez Bryant can do because of who's throwing the ball to him. So, that's how it looks from here. The plan to the execution of the plan to take over the NFC East starts on Sunday. So, anything else you guys want to know, put it in the comments below. And if you like what you see and you want to see more, click right here to see more. Pow!